A truck is running away from a Mustang.
Go! Shit! I think we lost.
Milton gets out of the car and suddenly starts killing the men in the truck. Milton is looking for a child. The men who died in the truck were King's followers who kidnapped the child.
It's tree, man. Stillwater.
The child Milton was looking for is in Texas.
She's dead and hell's gonna walk the motherfucking earth.
Meanwhile, Piper works at a nearby restaurant.
Hey, you bitch to stand around and yak?
Milton came here to drink coffee.
Beautiful. Coffee.
Black. With sugar.
Piper gives milk for free, but the owner of restaurant.
House? On the fucking house? Somebody's gonna have to pay the price.
Piper quits her job.
I quit.
Piper goes home, and Milton follows her. Because Milton likes her car. Piper's car soon breaks down. Piper decides to give Milton a ride in return for fixing her car. A man who appears in the forest is chasing Milton. The female waiter who gave Milton black coffee tells the man where Milton went. The man introduced himself as accountant.
Where did he go?
That way.
I appreciate the ride.
Piper drops Milton and goes home. But her fiancé, Frank, was cheating on her.
No! Don't! We're in.
Piper beats the woman. Piper tries to take the car she bought for her fiancé. But Frank insists that it's his car. Piper ignores him and takes the car.
Who's been making the.
Piper fights Frank, but Frank knocks her.
Smarts.
Meanwhile, Milton is watching the fight after checking the gun that looks expensive. Piper doesn't give up to Frank.
You don't want to be with me?
Go to hell.
Frank tries to crush Piper's face. Piper, who has nowhere to stay, decides to follow Milton to find the child.
Thank you. Well, Milton, if you try and kill me and dump me in the woods, I'm gonna cut your nuts off.
Piper and Milton goes to a Bull's Balls bar to rest. The bar owner seems to know Milton.
Roy Milton. Planning on staying, but be gone by dawn.
The employee checks Milton's ID because of drink. Milton's ID is strangely too old.
Yeah, this license isn't just expired, it's antique.
Piper ordered beer but not drink it. Piper goes to a random guy and tries to sleep with him. Meanwhile, Frank calls the police and reports that his car is stolen. But accountant comes instead of police.
What? Who are you?
I'm the accountant. I called a cop.
Frank mocks accountant.
You don't talk.
Accountants are too strong to be human.
Your car. What kind is it? Answer.
The accountant finds out the type of car Piper took and takes the picture of her. He doesn't forget to finish.
You called about a stolen car?
The accountant is caught in red hand by real police.
Show me your hands, asshole!
Hey.
In an instant, the coin turns into an FBI ID card.
You're a Fed?
The accountant rather takes this opportunity to lie that Milton killed Frank. He uses the police to catch Milton.
And when we find him, shoot to kill. He must be taken down on sight.
Piper stopped sleeping with the guy and came to the bar alone. Piper watches the news on TV that a Satanist named Jonah King killed a girl's parents and kidnapped her. Jonah on TV comes to the bar and tries to get rid of Milton with his followers.
Pour your anger upon him.
Jonah King's followers appear when Milton enjoys his time. Milton easily handles his followers. Jonah running away encounters the accountant, but the two don't seem to be on the same side. Milton tries to chase Jonah, but the two police block Milton. Milton was shot, but he's fine. It's a little late because of the police, but Milton tries to chase Jonah until the end.
Bleeding's almost stopped.
Piper finds out why Milton is chasing Jonah.
They took her baby.
Little girl on the news? Little baby everyone's looking for?
Yes.
The child and the child's mother on TV were Milton's granddaughter and daughter. Jonah killed Milton's daughter and took her granddaughter.
That baby girl's all I got. She's the last connection to my daughter.
Accountants and police chase Milton again. Milton asks for an old gun, not a pistol, to expel the accountant. Even a super strong accountant is surprised and hurriedly avoids bullets when Milton shot. Rather, when falls with a car, he looks more calm.
What kind of fucking gun is that?
Kind of use on guys like that.
Two men come to see the fallen accountant's car.
Dude,
As expected, the accountant is not a human being.
you almost fucking killed me, man.
Not even close. I won't see you again until you're 73. You I'll see in 3 months.
Milton's daughter was one of Jonah's followers. The daughter came to her senses and tried to come out of the devil worship group, but Jonah brutally killed her.
Milton. That's his vein.
Jonah King was in a nearby church, and Milton goes in alone. But Piper ignores Milton and goes into the church right after Milton. The church people were Jonah's followers. One of follower chalks Piper. Jonah takes Piper and the child hostage and starts threatening Milton.
Let her go and give me the child.
Milton, isn't it? Why are you making such a fuss? This child will open the door.
Even if Piper and the child are hostage and he has no gun, Milton provokes Jonah King.
I saw who you are when no one's looking. You forced my daughter on her knees, and she made you pay for it. You were the dickless made you swear not to tell anyone. Isn't that right, Feather Jackie?
Jonah kills his follower to hide that he is a eunuch. Of course, he kills Milton, who told his secret.
You interest me.
Jonah decides to take Piper to brainwash her into his religion.
Shall we proceed?
The rest of the followers are left to bury Milton's body. Milton resurrects in an instant and kills all followers in the church. Milton chases Jonah King even though he has a bullet in his eye.
He's alive.
Piper knows Milton is trying to save her and the child. She makes a fuss in the car. Milton saves her, but the car is broken. Finally, Piper asks Milton who he is.
How are you still alive?
Thought you were dead.
It's not big.
Told everyone.
This license isn't just expired. You just gonna ignore me?
Gonna try.
Milton runs away from the police without answering Piper's question. Meanwhile, the accountant also chased Milton to the church. The accountant finds out that Jonah killed Milton's daughter and kidnapped her granddaughter. Someone comes to Milton, who is on the road because his car broke down.
You're dead. I carried his coffin. You heard about my daughter? I did. And you know why I'm back.
Webster takes the two to his warehouse. Webster lends a car to Milton and Piper. But this time, the police chase the two on charges of killing the police at the bar. Milton and Piper look like they're going to be killed. But the accountant appears and helps Milton. This time, account helps Milton completely differently than before. Thanks to the account, Milton breaks through the police and chases Jonah. Again, the accountant deceives himself to the FBI. He makes Jonah King's follower, the police, falsely report to Jonah that Milton was dead. The accountant helps Milton again.
Call Jonah King. Tell him Milton is dead.
Meanwhile, Milton arrives where Jonah is. Jonah tries to sacrifice Milton's granddaughter for Satan. But actually Satan despises the sacrifice of innocent lives.
Piper? Get away from her. I shoot you with this. You know what it means. No heaven, no hell. You cease to exist.
Accountant is the Grim Reaper. He works for Satan and knows that Satan dislikes innocent sacrifice. He helps Milton to save the child.
Tell you to, you cut his throat.
After Milton leaves, two followers came to Accountant and Piper. Of course, the Accountant kills the followers easily.
If I kill you, you can't take him.
Someone else always comes.
The Accountant loses the God Killer, which has the power to completely destroy one's soul, preventing it from going to either heaven or hell, to Piper, but he let her go to Milton. Jonah King and Milton used all the bullets, so they started to fight with their fists. Milton got shot from his back.
Hey, Dickless!
Piper comes to help, but she misses shot and kills the follower. Jonah beats Milton brutally, but Milton has a plan.
I did.
Kindly, the Accountant takes the child to Milton.
I'm finished now.
Milton says goodbye to the child, and trusts the child to Piper and dies. After Milton died, he drinks a beer from the remains of King's skull and goes back to hell where he came from with the Accountant.
Must have been a miracle if you make one wrong move. At the end.